Well, hello, good people. Hi. Hope everything is well. Thank you for tuning in. Okay. So let's go ahead on and let's just get on into it, child. So it's a lot of things that I might be talking about. So we just gonna see where we go with this, how long we on here, because I'm not trying to keep y'all for a long time. But I do want to touch on JT and Cardi B's sister. Have a little video for you guys to listen to. I might pull it up. Or y'all might just have to listen to it. I don't think I put it up there. They had a building in the Bronx that collapsed. What's going on in New York? What is going on? Also, of course, look, Mariah and Thug done broke up. I'm not surprised. Please go back to that to one of my videos, any video that I've talked about, she and he. I knew that was coming. And then with him doing this interview talking about she doesn't need therapy as long as I got you, I got you, babe type vibe. That is psycho and crazy. So anyway, I don't know why I ate this. It is so delicious. Look. You know them airheads? The sour watermelon punch? It's just a little piece. It's just a little piece. My bad. Listen. So let me go. You know what? I think I want to start. I seen in McDonald's, right? The dude.
Did you know that the last McDonald's cheese...
Calm down. So, over in Iceland, they had closed down all of their McDonald's, right? And so, I think it's been about 16 years since the last burger was bought, right? And so, I want to show you guys this video. Because I've been stopped eating at McDonald's. Like, when I say I've been stopped eating at McDonald's. I cannot tell you the last time I actually ate at McDonald's. I know it's been years. I can't say the last, I just can't. Now, don't get me wrong. I do get tempted at times because, depending on how you driving and that whiff of that smell come in and you remember how delicious those fries are. But then you also think about, like, how radioactive the potatoes are, and they've been linked to cancer and stuff, allegations, allegedly, whatever. But yeah, so I just stay away from it because, I understand we all gonna leave this earth, but I could try to avoid certain things. You hear what I'm saying? Like, you don't know how you're gonna leave, but you could try to avoid certain things to, kind of give you a little bit more time, I guess, like avoiding dangerous locations. That's a way of, giving yourself a little bit more time, So anyway, so let's look at this video real quick.
Did you know that the last McDonald's cheeseburger ever sold in Iceland is on display at a hostel? After McDonald's closed all of its Iceland locations in 2009, a man named Hjörtur Smarsson decided to conduct a little experiment. How will the burger decay or not decay over time? The burger has moved around a lot, first sitting in a plastic bag in his garage, then to the National Museum of Iceland, then to a hostel in Iceland. Now it's at another hostel called Snotra House, where it sits inside a glass case and has visitors from all over the world. It drew so much curiosity that for a time there was a live stream on the burger. One theory is that the burger is still so intact because it doesn't have enough nutrients for many microbes. McDonald's claimed that in the right environment, our burgers, like most other foods, could decompose, but that without moisture in the environment, they were, quote, unlikely to grow mold or bacteria or decompose. Did you know that the last McDonald's...
That's a damn lie. Listen, Well, you know what? It may be some scientists that pass by this. If you know, if you think that this is fraud, then let me know. I can tell you this, right? And I have proof of this. So, Jiffy, you could come for me. I had made some, I like to make my cornbread from scratch, but I was pressed for time. And so I had got the Jiffy. I had ordered some of that in like, in a little quickly hour delivery type thing with Walmart. But Jiffy comes, you can buy Jiffy anywhere, right? In a little blue box. I had made some cornbread muffins. Anyway, I had 2 left, but I had totally forgot that they were even in the little, you had a tray that you have the corn, how you have your cupcakes or whatever, like the tray, your holding tray or whatever. So I had forgot those 2 in there. So I want to say maybe like a week or 2 passed. And I don't make cupcakes and all that stuff like often. So I thought all of them were gone, right? So anyway, yeah, I looked in there and them 2 things were still sitting in there. And like I still have them to this day. And I made them like a year or so ago. And they still sitting there. They haven't decayed. Those 2, they haven't decayed. I mean, they hardened, but I mean, shouldn't they have like turned into some type of something? They have been in the environment. They're not covered up or anything. I just kept them because I was like, you know what? I'm going to see how long these things just sit out and, and nothing happened or whatever. And nothing happened. So I guess, whatever. I just don't order from there. I just don't get Jiffy. I just stick to making it from scratch. I just make sure that I prioritize getting that. So, yeah, try to make as much as you can from scratch if possible. It'll help in case, something happens and you just don't have a way of getting stuff. You at least know how to make, like, bread from scratch or on your own. You get what I'm saying? Versus, like, just being very dependent on grocery stores. And that's what really hurt Americans when they did that. Okay, so have y'all heard about the bridge in Brooklyn? Yeah, it's a bridge in Brooklyn and fell down. All right, so let me pull this up for you guys. So take a look at this.
Now at noon, terrifying moments in the Bronx. Part of a NYCHA building collapsing into a pile of rubble. We are live on the scene right now. Welcome to the Noon and Bianca Peters. Officials say it was an incinerator shaft on the corner of the high-rise building that came crashing down, bringing part of the facade with it. This video showing the moments when that shaft came crashing down in the Mott Haven section of the Bronx. Onlookers from nearby buildings watching in horror as this all went down. We do have team coverage of the collapse first at noon with Arthur Chien and Antoine Lewis on the scene. Let's kick things off with Arthur. Arthur, we did hear from officials a short time ago. Well, what's the update on this?
Let's go over the details, Bianca. At 8:10 this morning were the first reports of an explosion here at this location. This is 205 Alexander up here in the Bronx. This is a massive NYCHA complex that spans from 137th Street to 135th Street. And as we turn up there, pieces are still coming down off this building. Let's go back to that video that we just showed our viewers, which was obtained by Fox 5, showing the collapse. This was shot, we are told, by a resident in a neighboring building. It shows the top part of that chimney stack raining down. That's more than 20 stories high and came crashing down to the ground. It is an absolute miracle at this point that nobody was hurt. An FDNY source says they went over surveillance video to see if anybody was walking in that area. There was one gentleman that they saw, and they say even that person has been accounted for. So at this point, there are no injuries to report. Now, 2 apartment lines in that building are fully evacuated as officials are trying to figure out whether or not the building's structural integrity still stands. Here's part of what Mayor Adams just said now after being briefed here at the scene.
What it seems in preliminary investigations, there was some type of explosion. This happened at 8:10 this morning. We received reports of an incident involving the chimney to the boiler room here at NYCHA's Mitchell houses. This resulted in a partial building's collapse.
Now, this is video from the back side of the building, the other side from where we are standing. You can see that the massive wall is still dangling on its own without support, and that is one major piece of work that needs to be done, as this will have to come down and has to be removed carefully since it's attached to apartments. They can't simply just saw it off. As for the cause, the mayor pointing out today, October 1st is the first day that heat was turned on here in the city. There are some reports that people smelled gas prior to this collapse. That's being looked into right now. We also asked the commissioner of the Department of Buildings if there was current ongoing work being done on the boiler that sits directly below the point of collapse, and this is what he just told us.
And my understanding is that work was being done on the boiler. I don't know if our friends at Fire or Con Ed want to speak to that. A permit was pulled and work was being done on it actively.
All right. Well, there are two issues at this point. The first one is, when will residents be able to go inside? And then the other point is, because this was a boiler, it might be the main boiler for the entire complex here. Will it interrupt gas, which means heat, hot water, at this crucial time when temperatures today started dipping? But really, the key thing is to remember that we are thankful that nobody was hurt in this. The investigation continues. Right now, let's go over to my colleague Antoine Lewis, who is on the other side of this building. He's been talking to people on that side. Antoine.
Arthur, that's right. Just to put it in perspective, everybody, Arthur is on the opposite side of where we are right now. What you're seeing behind me is what's called the collapse zone. Photojournalist Maura Bertoli is giving you a look at it right now. This contains the pile of bricks, believe it or not, the air conditioning units, as well as other debris that fell once this building partially collapsed. Now, also here, just arriving on the scene, Bronx Borough President Vanessa Gibson is here. Other high-ranking members of the NYPD, they're all observing this, looking at this scene right now. We can also let you know that officials told us that they searched this pile of debris, this collapse zone, with dogs to make sure that there were no victims, no one was trapped. And as Arthur just pointed out, thankfully, that does not appear to be the case. Take a look at the top of this building, though. Maura's going to zoom up now so you can get a look at that. And this is the top of a 20-story building here. It was opened in 1966. This is the Mitchell houses. And you can just see on the way down where those bricks fell, just from the top of that, where that shaft was when it happened. And as you come down to take a look at that, we want to show you where it ends up, because once we get to the full look of that, you'll see that the debris fell right on top of a playground. And given that this happened at 8:10 in the morning, thankfully, there were no families out, no one with walkers trying to see the kids. We know that the older kids were in school, of course, but it is absolutely a miracle that no one was injured. Nonetheless, we spoke to some of the residents who described what they saw, who told us what they heard, and just take a listen to what some told us earlier.
So I was in there with my 3-month-old, and you feel like you feel the explosion happen. You can smell it slightly, you feel it. I look outside the window, I see people, they staring at the building. Again, it happens. You start to see smoke. People is like standing down, they going like this, they like, get out, the building is collapsing. So instantly, I took my 3-month-old, panicked a little bit.
My mother was in the building. I got a call from my sister. They were panicked, they were surprised, they heard a big boom. They don't know what happened. They heard that maybe a car broke into crashed into the building.
Now, as you come back to us live,
Now, why they want to cut that man off when he said he think a car crashed into the building? Let's see. We got a couple more seconds, y'all.
The big boom is right because the expressway is right near us. So a lot of people talked about the trucks, that maybe it was something, a tractor trailer or something that was coming around, the corner or down the block here off of Linden Boulevard. But this is, again, where everything took place. This is what's happening here. 1,700 residents, tenants live in this building and live in Mitchell houses, according to NYCHA's website. Again, those that are impacted by this building are being relocated to a makeshift temporary housing. Again, as officials try to figure out who can go where, and then impact the people that are displaced, trying to find places for them.
Well,
Texas homeowners, if you could get
this out the way. So hopefully, they can resolve that issue as soon as possible. What do you guys think? Y'all think it was a scheme set up by Tide? Because it just seems like everything is very suspicious right about now. You get what I'm saying? Like, everything is becoming real suspicious. Because, sometimes when people are not moving as fast as you want them to be, you have to create chaos. because then you could get them moving around. You get what I'm saying? Everything is just becoming a little bit too suspicious. Am I a conspiracy theorist? Am I a conspiracy theorist? Am I? I might be, child. So anyway, let me pull up my slideshow for y'all. Yes, y'all see the girl. So let me get into this here, cause child, the girls just keep on girling. I ain't even mad, right? Because it's actually been entertaining. I didn't even think I'd be entertained, but I am entertained. First I want to just say that the CDC did a study, and 60% of white women who have kids with black men are unmarried. That is a shocker. And I'm not saying it against my people, but white people, y'all, they not like 100% married, so I don't understand. You get what I'm saying? But, since we just dropping nuggets, since Cat Williams talk, everything just seemed to be needing to be exposed. There's no kind of shame no more. I don't even know the CDC put these type, but anyway. Let's just say here that it's no secret that out of wedlock births have been on the rise in the United States, right? What used to be the expectation is now almost the norm. What used to be the exception is now almost the norm, with nearly half of our children born today arriving outside of the traditional marriage. And now the government just released fresh new numbers from the CDC official birth records. This is not surveys, this is not guessing, but actual data straight off birth certificates. And the stats give us a peek at which type of couples are most likely to raise kids inside of a marriage and which aren't. The results are sparking conversation everywhere because they highlight sharp differences across racial lines, especially when you break it down by the race of the mother and the father. So here we go, child. Why is this thing ticking around? Hold on, let me close this because it's doing something and I don't like it at all. But here's the data from the CDC website. So white women married 16,975, unmarried 25,462. And this is with white mother, black father, 60%. Are unmarried. All right. Well, 6%, yeah. Okay, so white mother, Asian father. The woman, of course, white, married 10,000, unmarried 1962. Okay, so a white woman being with an Asian man, she's more likely to be married. Let's say that. A black man, so then we go down here to black mother, black father. Black mother, black father, married 84,000, unmarried 122,000. Black mother, white father, married 8,000, unmarried 5,000. And black mother, Asian father, married 500, unmarried 300. Asian mother, Asian father, married 76,000, unmarried 5,700. So okay, it's not bad over there. Asian mother, white father, married 17,000, unmarried 1,500. Asian woman and a black man, married 1,300. Okay, so let's see. So all right. So they basically saying that when both parents are white, the non-marital birth rate is 19%. That means that about 1 in 5 white-on-white couples have children outside of marriage. But once you look at interracial couples, the numbers shift. White women who have children with black men see a whopping 60% out of wedlock rate. By contrast, white women who have children with Asian men have the lowest rate in their group, which is 16% of them um, having births that are outside of marriage. So depending on who's the father, white women likelihood of having kids outside of marriage may triple. For black mothers with black fathers, the rate is 59%, very close to the black father, white mother pairing, right? But those look different when black women have children with other groups. With white fathers, the number drops down to 38%, and with Asian fathers, it gets lower to 34%. Why are they so shaded? They got a picture of Future up there. So while more than half of black on black births happen outside of marriage, the rate for black mothers partnering with non-black men is significantly lower. As Asian couples are the expectation among Asian families, the numbers are dramatically different. Asian mothers with Asian fathers have the lowest non-maternal maternal birth rate of all, just 7%. This particularly is unheard of in America because, out of wedlock births are climbing every day, it's like crazy. Even when Asian mothers partner outside of their race, the rates stay low compared to other groups. With white men, it's just 9%. With black men, it's 37%, but still far below the level seen with, the other two comparisons, right? So what does this really mean? The CDC numbers don't explain why the differences exist. They just simply track what mothers put on the birth certificates when their babies are born. But the patterns are clear. Asian couples are most likely to marry before having kids. Black couples are the least likely, with nearly 6 in 10 births outside of marriage. And interracial couples fall in the middle, but the father's race makes a big difference. So sociologists and family researchers will argue over what's driving these numbers: economics, culture, education, or just personal choices. But the government data paints a picture that can't be ignored. Out of wedlock births are reshaping the modern American family, and these new stats show it's not happening evenly across communities. From the very low rates among Asian families to the very high rates among black couples and certain interracial pairings, the data give us a rare, unfiltered look at race in marriage and how it is intersecting in the U.S. right now. One thing is for certain, though, whether inside or outside of marriage, these are the babies that will be shaping the next generation. So we got to be careful. We got to be careful, because I don't know what we doing, but we ain't leaving it to them the right way. We are not leaving it to them the right way. Listen, if you still in here, if you don't mind hitting the like button for me, please, thank you. You can give me some tips too, child. Give me some tips. You want to hear a little music in the background? I can only play like a little jazz, a little non-copywritten jazz or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, so next I want to talk about Bourbon Street. And I'm not sure if you guys had heard about what happened on Bourbon Street. I just heard about it. But on Bourbon Street, there was a shooting that left 1 deceased and then 3 injured. So let me see if I actually have this video so y'all can actually watch it. Because if not, I'll just bring it over here so y'all can watch it. And I do not. So let me get this together for y'all. I hope y'all having a wonderful day today. What today is? Tuesday? Oh, today Wednesday. Oh, I gotta put my trash out for tomorrow. But yeah, I hope y'all having a wonderful day today. I mean, my day has been going alright, I guess. I had some work to do. I had to order me a new printer, and so you know how that go. So let me move this here, because this is where we're gonna watch it at. All right, Booski. Let me put this down over yonder. Let me close that out, because that's just, a lot. Okay. And then I'm going to put this here. I could have paused this, right? Because I'm recording this to play it. But yeah, it's too late now. Okay, so anyway, so let me close this out. So let's just see about this, just in case you didn't know about what happened in New Orleans. Let me let you know what happened in New Orleans.
Granger is a great resource for us because we know that when we need something quick, we can get on the phone.
I don't know what this man just yelling in my dang on ear for. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. All right, let's see if we can speed this up. My dog in the back.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for coming. One, I want to first extend our condolences for family members, friends, and also our residents and businesses on Bourbon Street and what happened the other night. This should have never happened. This is senseless, but I am pleased to tell you that we have apprehended the other suspect we're looking for. I will give you their information shortly, but first I want to thank Jessica Williams' family for being here, her mom, her stepdad from Chicago, who were here and tending to their other daughter. I can't say how sorry we are this happened, especially to someone from out of town who came in to enjoy our city and were faced with this, tragic incident. But the only comfort I can do for them, or consolation we can give them, is that the shooters have been apprehended. We first identify Makai Jarius Andry, 2/13/2005. He is identified as the initial shooter, the person who started this. The second person, Dontrell Bradley, is also in custody. He returned fire. Keep in mind that we're still investigating as we are giving you this initial information about who we have in custody, but I don't want to get into a whole lot of specifics, and in regards to the family members that are here. I don't want them to relive this incident. If there's any additional information we need to put out, we'll let you know. This is something that should have never happened in our city. And I want to be clear that if you do this and you bring violence to not only our residents, but tourists.
All right, y'all know the spiel. If you do this, you come to my area and blah, 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 blah. Yeah. We're going to be reactive and proactive. So, yeah. Okay. So, let's go ahead on and close that out. And then I am going to read. What is this? Okay. And so, I'm just going to go over, let's see what they were saying. So, the slain woman has been identified as Jessica Williams, the NOPD super, and Kilpatrick said the 33-year-old woman was visiting from Chicago and strolling the Bourbon Street with her siblings, with her sibling who also was shot. Wow. Okay. Williams, described by Kilpatrick as an innocent bystander, was pronounced dead at the scene. The shooting occurred around 2:22 a.m. in the block of 100, in the 100 block of Bourbon, the first block off of Canal Street. Kilpatrick said the three surviving shooting victims were hospitalized, but appeared to be in stable condition. One woman, who was at the corner of Canal and St. Charles Avenue. Canal and St. Charles. Okay, I can see that. Okay, no, I'm just, I used to be down there let's see here. She sustained a grave injury. The gunshot wounds to the others were not detailed by police. So they have a picture of, or like somewhat of a video of the three women. Let me see if I can show that. But no suspect in the shooting has been identified, Kilpatrick said, but detectives were working the security video surveillance that might have captured the incident. So Kilpatrick, who expressed concern a year ago when the state legislature refused to carve out a French Quarter expectation to its bordering legalization of the concealed carry of firearms, plead for visitors to refrain from bringing guns to the world-famous entertainment district. We recognize so they understood that you can carry guns, right? But they were trying to tell people don't carry the guns in the quarters because people are drinking. It's a high-risk situation, and it's just a lot of mixed crowds. So you don't want to just please leave your guns at home is basically what they were telling people. Now they got some girls on this. It's some girls and 2 guys, and they have these. Police later distributed photos of 4 people sought for questioning in connection to the shooting. The NOPD said the 2 men and 2 women were seen at the scene of the crime at the time of the situation. The department said the heavyset man was believed to be the gunman. The other 3 were seen with him and are considered persons of interest in the investigation. So I think the ladies, the guy said that they captured somebody, but yeah, I'm looking at these little young cats, and yeah, I think she said they was like 25 or something like that. So the deadly weekend comes at a time of heightened government scrutiny with Trump recently musing. Recently using, they put an M in recently deploying federal troops into New Orleans, Portland, Memphis, Chicago, and Louisiana Governor Jeff Landry saying he would welcome any federal support Trump wants to send. Of course he would. So that's that on that. I didn't hear anything about that mass shooting, so I'm just surprised. I'm not surprised no more. These people don't want to tell you nothing. I do want to go on to Young Thugger, and Young Thugger was he tries to tempt Adin Ross with a bottle of baby oil on live stream. Now I don't know where we're going. I don't. But wherever we going, we need to hurry up and get them. So, Young Thug fans were a little kind of confused, right? They were left scratching their heads after the rapper was caught on camera gesturing towards Adin Ross with a bottle of baby oil. Thug is currently promoting his album and is headed to Ross's live stream to encourage his viewers to stream his album. However, at one point, Ross was thrown off after Thugger picked up a bottle of baby oil and stepped towards the streamer, making a lewd gesture. As Ross, it's playing. Okay. As Ross calls for him to stop, Thugger laughs and puts the baby oil down. Thugger asks him why he has baby oil in his room before they playfully dap each other up, right? Ain't nothing funny about that at all. I'm sensitive. So let's see if you can hear it.
What the fuck you doing with that? Whoa, hey! You don't hit me. Nah, hey, no baby over here, bro. The fuck?
Okay. So in the video, Thugger, so the boy got some baby oil on his dresser. Thugger walk in the room. You know what? Let me see. I'm gonna let y'all look at it. Hold on. Now I can't play the music because you already know I can't play the music. So hold on 1 second. Let me change this out. Delete that. Do that. And bam. Okay. So let me put this down. Y'all got me working in here overtime. Please like and share. You could comment too, child. If you comment, tell me something. Some of you don't like that I'm eating chips. I do care. I do. I'm hungry too. So now look at this. Hold on now. I'm about to go ahead on. Hold on. Okay. So I read y'all all that other stuff. Now we gotta get down here to this video. Y'all see that? Let me give you a minute. Okay. Right now, you seeing Thugger picking up baby oil. With a look of curiosity. All right, now watch this.
What the fuck you doing with that?
Now you see how he coming over there? Look at his face scrunched up. Like Scrunge when she was like, Marcus. I know you like, you know what I'm saying? When she was like, don't be acting like you don't want none of this. Jackie told me, if you good in bed, I want some. Somebody told Thugger something.
Whoa, hey! Yo,
Oh, you saw that? Let me tell you something. A 20-year-old stripper and that same 20-year-old stripper at 50 doing the same gestures are not the same. It will not be taken the same. I'm sorry. I am sorry. Thugger is not fine or like that. He got that dad belly. And ain't nothing wrong with a dad belly. I'm just saying, you just got to know your audience. And he should have just knew that even if he is like that, what makes him think he's his type? You know what I'm saying? Let's see.
Nah, hey, no baby over here, bro. The fuck?
You heard he said.
Hey, hold on, bro. No. Bro, I've been had this since last time you were here. What's up, bro? Yeah.
He said he had it in there since the last time he was there.
This is lube.
Why were you trying to give it to me just now?
Free the OG did it, man. Free the OG.
For real?
For sure. I'm my OG nigga.
Wait, really?
I'm overly with him.
Alright, free Diddy. If he said it, I'm free Diddy too. Wait, doesn't his shit come out in like 2 days? He might get out in 2 days.
Yep.
The trial. Yeah.
Praying for him to get out.
Damn, bro, damn, you got aura through the screen, bro. Damn.
That's interesting. He praying for him to get out. So yeah, that's what your boy doing now. He doing any and everything to get y'all attention. So yeah, the baby oil has become a symbol of the freakiness after Diddy's obsession with it. And yeah, I mean, how many bottles of lube they found in that man's house? And then they say he had it lube, he had it laced up with GHB or something like that. Why they didn't talk about all that at the trial? Anyway, so let me get on over here. Let me put these down. Let me tell y'all something. I am hungry. I didn't eat this morning. I did not eat. I did not eat this morning. And when I tell you, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. Okay. So, JT is taking aim at Chlamydia B. A heated exchange with Cardi B's sister Hennessy. I like Hennessy. I think she's adorable. To be honest, I think all the girls are adorable. All of them. So, what is wrong with my dog? Go sit down, pumpkin. Child. So, when Cardi B and Nicki Minaj traded shots on social media, JT decided to go at the magnet rapper through her sister Hennessy. So on Tuesday, yeah, that was yesterday. If you don't go back and listen to my other video. So on Tuesday, September the 30th, just one day after the City Girls rapper launched multiple tweets aimed at Barney, whatever, JT and Hennessy started their heated back and forth. In one tweet, Hennessy brought up Lil Uzi Vert without mentioning him by name, claiming she denied his advances several times. She said, gremlin looking bitch, dying for attention. That's why I curved your boyfriend 7 or 8 times, and you know it. Laughing my F.A. La 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 la. She wrote. And then, so you know it's gonna be something else. Y'all see them pictures of Hen? She looks cute. So in response, JT insisted she didn't know anything about that, but quickly brought up the fact that Cardi's soon-to-be ex-husband Offset had multiple public cheating scandals throughout their marriage. She go on to say, "How would I know that?" JT responded, "I don't know. Y'all ran through assholes from nowhere, but getting y'all asses whooped. Your sister literally got dogged out for years in front of millions, low self-esteem having asshole. And if I look like a gremlin, the fuck you think of the face your sister brought? Ho, go sit down and go get your sister ready for Friday, pussy." Or she really pushing this album. Or this song. Okay. That's what you do with this time, the energy. You keep it going. Why everybody gotta drop on a Friday? You know Beyonce just drop. Beyonce be like, you know what? It's Wednesday. Fuck it. Drop. You know, she don't never just sit up here and just be like, you know what? I think I need to wait until Friday because for some reason Friday is just gonna be best. That heifer just wake up in the middle of the night and be like, sin, boom. The world stop. Carry on. You know what I'm saying? She just do what she do. I don't know. I just love it. It is what it is. Anyway. So Hennessy went on to call JT a hating, jealous ass bitch, to which JT responded, "Just like a Spanish girl to think a black girl is jealous, bitch. Your sister gives baby fat jacket in the summertime to hide a pregnancy in Team Jordan's jealous knife." The Miami native went on to remind Hennessy and everyone reading that her beef with Cardi all started because she publicly called JT a lapdog in 2022. I do remember that. I do. Okay, I do. And then she even posted it too. She said, "This is where it started, guys. Let's not let Chlamydia B fool the public with the victim role." Now listen. Let me just say this. It's a whole bunch of allegations going on here. You got Cardi saying that Nicki was infertile because of drugs and she couldn't push out a baby. If you didn't hear that, go back to my video and listen. And you got Nicki saying that Cardi is burning and her mouth is burning and her baby daddy, he like the pussy and he be taking it from the back. She be playing with him. And then you got this girl coming in here talking about she got an STD and all. Like, okay, so now all the girls about to just be in tied up in lawsuits for the next 2 to 3 years? Is that what we about to do? Are we as fans, well, as y'all as fans, because let me tell you something, if the music ain't free, or how does that work with Amazon? Because I got Amazon on my phone for music. So do I pay through the whole, anyway, if I'm paying, that's the only thing I'm paying. That's it. I ain't paying nothing else. But child, let me move on. So JT went on to call Cardi and Octoroon, Chlamydia B, and Fraudy B. But ultimately, before ultimately saying Cardi is a gremlin. All right, now let's listen to this.
So I just made it to my job, something that Hennessy does not have. And I'm about to shoot a music video.
Child, now Hennessy ain't got no job living off her sister taking pictures. What is this? Okay.
And no job having ass motherfucking Hennessy, bitch. 2 sisters who can't fuck with me at all. 2 bitches who ain't seeing me in nothing. Neither one of you hoes, even on y'all twin days, y'all bitches ain't seeing me. Fuck wrong with y'all raggedy ran through ass hoes. Talk about you know. Bitch, I don't even know you. Bitch, I just moved.
Oh, okay. I guess her phone had dropped on the charger. But yeah, oh my God. I'm looking at these pictures. Nicki is just a mess. Oh my my goodness. Nikki says she ain't posting shit, and this came out today. So Nikki says she ain't posting nothing else. She said post you and JT together. Oh no, this somebody had posted Nikki and said, post you and JT together to silence Santana. He swear you don't like her. And Nikki responded and said, I ain't posted shit. Oh. Oh. And then Nikki posted something saying, Zeus, your time is up, Buki. Rico Midas thinks allegedly. Okay, let me see here. Your mom is pregnant with another, I don't know what that is because they got it blacked out, to add to her litter. The gag is that she was jealous of a little baby boy simply because his hair was longer than all four of you bald monkeys put together. Oh my goodness. Oh, somebody go grab Nikki's phone, but not too fast. Take it away from her slowly. Slowly. All right, so that's all so far with Nikki. Yeah, that's all she got. But if JT thought she was gonna get something off of Nikki for all this, it's not happening. Nikki not for it. So she also took shots at Cardi's album rollout for the Am I the Drama. And like I said in my last video, shit, Nikki done took that title. Is Nikki the drama? And compared to the sales of her project, the Nikki 2023 Red Ruby the Sleeve. Oh, now that's my song. Nikki know to pick a good beat. Nikki is just, I mean, that's just what she do. If you know how you have something that's a job versus something that's a career, you know what I mean? And for my girlies that get it, they get it. You know, you can have a job, but having a career is so much better. It doesn't feel like a job. It just feels like a way of life. You get what I'm saying? You just do, you just do this thing. And you done got comfortable with it, and you done created a structure around it, and you know what I'm saying? All your stuff is on auto pay if you living like that, and you get what I'm saying? But anyway. So, JT wrote, now y'all, I've been laughing this whole rollout. The bitch couldn't even be creative, just all over the place. Cosplaying a crackhead for sales and still ain't top Red Ruby, she wrote. And then she said, when was this picture taken? The first pride with JT was everything. Yeah, that's what her and that little purple. She looks cuter now. All right, let's see here. This is something that we've already watched. Okay, so let's see what this is.
It is a great day to be beautiful, black, successful with a motherfucking job.
What's up, boss?
What's up? Yeah, you heard what he called me boss. Nobody gonna call you that. Oh, nobody don't call you that, hoe. Go get a job, bitch.
Okay, JT. While things have been dormant for a while now, Cardi B and Nicki Minaj have been beefing for years. On Tuesday, Nicki went off on Cardi and her album, mocking her sales and the fact that she is selling the album for $4.99 on iTunes with a $5 coupon. She also said some unsavory things about the former Love and Hip Hop star's daughter. Yeah, Cardi responded by dubbing Nicki Cocaine Barbie and claimed she had fertility issues because of her past drug use. Both Nicki and JT have been throwing shots at Cardi for her album sales, although Am I the Drama debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200 and went double platinum in its first week. Cardi previously told Nicki she should be comparing herself to people who have been in the industry as long as she and not a newer artist like herself, though she didn't seem to take that advice just yet. Oh, I don't like how they done frame this little article, because I think that they fell in the mention that Cardi was going off and saying, and I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not neither here nor there, but Cardi was literally saying that she was gonna like just dead Nicki's career in a sense when her album dropped. She was like, my shit's gonna be I'm gonna have you guys crying. So let's see what else we got here. So let's see here. Let's see what this say. Oh dang. They talking about that page is private. Cause I saw somebody said something about Beyonce. No career. Oh, I was laughing. Let me see here. Told me you were the Beyonce of something. I laughed so hard. Anyway, payoff. Da da da. Barney B. I don't know what that is. Okay, so dang. I don't have one of those. I don't have a Twitter account. So let's see here. Somebody posted something about Saucy Santana back in the day. He posted, I would tell Carter to abort the baby, but sis looked too far along. Then she went on. Then 2 months later, he posted, I'm sorry, Cardi B baby gonna be too funny looking. And then let's see here. Cardi posted something saying, was this about Santana? Let's see here. It said, please check out my single Cold out everywhere now. Just look up Cold by Nesty. Okay. That's not Santana. The music video comes out next Saturday, which will be on my first one. Hope you guys fuck with it. I see it's hard to read because it's so blurry. It looks like it's a screenshot of a screenshot that somebody posted. Because I can't even see the dates on it. All the stuff look real fuzzy or real small. Then Cardi responded and said, talking shit like you wasn't on your knees to check out that country ass clothing line of yours, non-dressing ass. And then that person responded back and said, laughing my, A off. Girl, when I was even on my knees begging you to check out anything, I didn't recall. I sent my single to everybody. You should check it out so you can hear some bars. Oh. And then Nikki made a comment and was like, I'm gonna need something about go back to your pig pen. You said Blue Ivy. Something about Blue Ivy and North look better than her, didn't you? Oh, so that's something that somebody said about who's she talking about? See, I don't have I guess I'm gonna just have to sign up for it, child. But anyway, so that was really it on them two that, I wanted to talk about now. I do want to say this here, that Young Thug had stopped by Adin Ross stream last night and entertained several viewers with, several live updates, opinions on cultural topics, and more. A moment that caught fans' attention was when the So Much Funny rapper revealed he's no longer in a relationship. When the host casually mentioned that Thug has a girl, referring to singer Mariah the Scientist, the rapper swiftly corrected him. I got broke up with, he said before clarifying, but I still got a girl. She probably don't got a boyfriend, but I got a girl. Thug's relationship with Mariah was highly publicized over the last 2 years as Burning Blue singer was vocal about her support for him while he was in jail. However, their love story turned sour once the rapper's jail calls were leaked online following his release, revealing him speaking about cheating on Mariah before he was arrested. He has since apologized to her. A track titled Man, I Miss My Dogs, released September the 12th, 2025. But his remorseful words were seemingly not enough for the relationship to continue. Elsewhere in the stream, Thugger shared his thoughts on Drake, Kendrick Lamar, specifically about who he choose as a better artist overall. I don't think he should have did that, but you know how he already feels slighted because Kendrick wouldn't jump on the track with him, and of course Drake need him, so they got that symbiotic relationship. But anyway, I gotta say Drake. He just did more. He put more people on. Not saying Kendrick didn't put nobody on, but Drake just did more. Got more numbers wise, statistically, impact on the culture, impact on the word, he stated. However, he took a moment to give K. Dot his flowers, adding that he's for sure number one in life that could possibly come out of LA, the GOAT of the whole West Coast. He then paused to say his personal pick would actually be Nipsey Hussle, but number-wise, Kendrick is on top. Speaking of regional artists, he also weighed in on his area expertise, Atlanta. So when prompted to pick his Mount Rushmore of rappers from Atlanta, he swiftly shouted out Future, Playboy Carti, and Andre 3000. And, of course, he's going to have himself on there, right? So then, in terms of his own releases, Young Thug recently dropped off his latest studio album, marking the first full project since his release from jail October 31st, 2024. The 20-track body of work boasts appearances from names like Travis Scott, Mariah the Scientist, T.I., Ken Carlson, Sexy Red, Lil Baby, 21 Savage, Cardi B, and a couple other people. Prior to that was Business is Business, which dropped in 2023, which the YSL rapper was still, locked up behind bars on that RICO case. So yeah, they went ahead. I think that's the best thing that she could have did for her mental health, because he seemed like he was a handful to deal with. I'm talking about one of them handfuls where even though you walking through the house and you got on your silk robe that has a beautiful train, and you going across this marble, and got your martini glass or your flute or whatever you drinking in your hand, and you just like, is it worth it? As you look out at your beautiful pool and your chandeliers, and I don't know, maybe the ocean, child, I don't know, but you think, is it worth it? You go to your closet, and I don't know, maybe what you need is on the second floor, so you go up the stairs and you're like, is it worth it? Then maybe you might sit down on your chase or something that you have in your closet upstairs, and as you're watching TV and thinking about you need a new drink, you buzz you buzz the housekeeper or your maid, and you let them know you need a new drink, and you think, is it worth it? You know what I'm saying? And it just wasn't worth it to her, so she left. So I don't know if maybe he wasn't having her like that, because that would be hard to leave. But I mean, the fact that, yeah, you don't want me to go to therapy. I'm telling you, we need therapy to work things out. You don't want to go to therapy. You have these audio tapes that came out. You did this interview with Big Banks, and you just looked a complete mess on there. I didn't even go and listen to the third. Did I listen to the third? I don't even remember if I listened to the third. I know I might. I don't know. I didn't even care enough to even continue listening to it, because I was like, this dude right here, ain't no way I could talk to somebody like that, because it's just such a narcissistic attitude that you just have to just be like, I can't be around you, because you would make me think that I'm crazy. And I know I'm not crazy. And I'm not speaking from experience. I just understand that some people, you just have to just know how to just tell them to just, because they'll play games with you. And if you're smart, you can, you set that up to where you just like, okay, let me see if they'll file for this here. And if they file for it, you're just like, oh, okay, well, I mean, I already knew what it was anyway, so you can't really be too mad if you know what it is. But I will say that, ladies, please be careful out there, because, hold on one second. My Frenchie always be messing with my bully, and then when my bully be bullying her, she get mad. It be horrible. It be funny too though, cause she's so small. Y'all know how Frenchies are, right? They so small, and they just they have a complex, right? They have a complex. So how long I gotta have y'all here? Ooh, child. Okay, right at an hour. My bad. Conrad DJ, calm down. But right at an hour, I'm not even mad at all. So I do want to thank you guys for tuning in. And, you know, consistency is key. And, yeah, if you guys want to hear anything or want me to report on something, shoot me an email or something. And, yeah, thank you for tuning in. And like, share, subscribe. And I will see y'all on the next video.